So I've just been thinking about, people sticking to convention, people sticking to the way things are, people just sticking with the status quo, people just doing things the way they do it just because it works. I heard something the other day that 9 out of 10 people don't know why they go to work every day. And most of them said they do it. They go to work every day because everyone else does. It's what you're supposed to do. See, they're just sticking to convention. They're just sticking to the status quo. They're just doing things mundane. That's insanity. Doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. People do the same thing. They stick to convention. They want to do things the way that everyone else has already been doing it before them, just because it's easy. Just because it's the way it's been done and it works. You see, I don't like doing things the way they've been done. I don't like doing things just conventionally. I like to think, of alternate ways to do things. I like to really, dissect a problem and figure out, okay, what are other possibilities of ways to do this? So there's always multiple possibilities of ways to do things, but people, I find that they always just want to, I don't know if it's just wanting to find the easy way out or fear of failing of trying something new, but people always want to stick to convention. They want to stick to the way of doing things because it's always been done that way. And it's boring to watch, honestly. People just do things habitually. People do things without thinking about it. They're not being innovative. They're not being creative, When you do your job, when you go into school, you have these tasks you do these things. Don't be caught up in just doing these things in the way it's always been done. See, if you just do things conventionally, you just do it the way it's always been done, yeah, you'll do fine. You'll pass that class. You'll get the job done. But is it really what managers, what people are looking for? No. People want people that are innovators. Like, if you want to make a difference in the world, if you want to impact, if you want to be a change at your job, if you want to be someone who is doing something great for your company or whatever you're pursuing, if you want to be great at it, if you just don't, if you're fine with being average at what you do, then go ahead and stick to convention. You'll be average, and that's fine. But I want to do something. I want to not just stick to convention. I want to be different. I want to stand out. I'm going to, find other ways of doing things. And even the great ecstatic apostle Paul back in the day, in the book of Romans, believers, Romans chapter 12, he said, "Do not be conformed to the world or to the ways of the world." So do not be conformed to the convention of the way things are, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. See, transformed. This is how we progress. This is how we revolutionize. We transform things. We're transformers. We're to be transformed into a new being, into a kainos being that sees things differently, that sees possibilities, that doesn't even see possibilities, sees unlimited, eternal possibilities. This is who we are. We have the ability to create things that no man has ever created. Every day you have an opportunity to make history. Every day you are making history. No one has ever experienced what you're experiencing every day. So have fun with that and be creative and be innovative. Don't just stick to the convention. Don't just stick to the status quo. Don't just stick to these things. Make a difference. Be an impact. Find new ways of doing it. Even if you're afraid that you might fail, it's okay. All the greats of the world have failed more times than you've even tried. It's worth the shot to try something different. And what they're finding is that people just stick to mundane. Those people that just go to work just because, it's what they're supposed to do. And these people that stick to convention is they end up not living happier lives throughout their whole life. They end up not finding creative things to do when, like, after they're retired and stuff. They end up not being creative, and they end up, just living like they don't really do anything because they don't have anything they have to do or that they're supposed to do. But if you want to be creative, be innovative, and, do things so that way you have a long, happy life. I mean, if you're always being creative, we were born to create. As soon as you stop creating, you're not living anymore. Everyone is born, but not everyone lives. Start living, people. Start being creative. Start being innovative. Start doing things advertently to the common, to the status quo, and to just the way things are done. Start doing it advertently. And do it on purpose. Be purposeful with your advertness. This is how anyone great has become a great. This is how they do it. They do something different. They don't just stick to the status quo. They don't just stick to the way things are done. They don't stick to convention. They find something different to do. A different way of doing something. This is how we innovate. This is how the world is progressing. And you got to be part of the movement. And you got to be you got to revolutionize this thing. Whatever you do, revolutionize it. Don't stick to convention. It works. Yes, it works. Convention works. But it's not success. Convention is getting the job done. We don't want convention. We want innovation. We want to embark on a new thing. We want to succeed at what we're trying to do. Find a new way to do it. So back to what the Apostle Paul said. He said, do not be conformed to this world, to the convention of the way things are, to the ways of this world. He says, do not be conformed, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Renew your mind so that you may be transformed, and that transform unfolds into you transforming the world. Always think advertently. Always think of alternate possibilities of ways to do these things. These are good. These are perfect. These are blissful things. Like, this is where we create. This is where we innovate. That is living. That is who we are. We were made to create. We were made to innovate. We were made to revolutionize. That's who we are. We're humanity. We are creators. So go out there and create. Go out there and think advertently. Do things differently. I mean, in the process, it's good that you're created. You're being human. You're creating. You're innovating. You're thinking. That's what we were born to do. That's what we were made for. So do that. And that's just so much bliss and so much joy in the fact of the progress of, trying new things. Trying to do things differently, advertently. And then when you do find this success and you do something different away from the convention, and you are able to innovate something new, a new idea, just a new little minor tweak at something you do mundane, you'll find the joy in that. You'll find great bliss. And it's an amazing place to be. I love just finding advert ways of doing things and just seeing if it works. So much creativity. Just you're in a place of creativity, and your creativity can just flow because you're creating this thing on your own. You're creating this thing. So it's so much joy in that. So I just want to encourage all of you to, don't be afraid to embark on this new journey. Don't be afraid to embark on an innovative way, an advert way of doing something. Because that is a place of bliss. That is a place of creativity. That's where you want to be. So remain in this place of creativity and let the bliss. Let your creativity create. Let your inner man be the human that he was supposed to be. Let your inner self create. Let your inner self wander the world. Let your inner self, innovate new things. It if you see something, you want something different, do it. Innovate it. Find a way to do it. You're an intelligent being. You have the ability to think and innovate and do things differently. So please do. You're gonna do good. I mean, this is the good place to be. It's creative. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day. And remember to always stay blissful, my friends.